Right, part 2 of the flat earth codes. Of course, you've got to show a flat line at this point. A flat line which is to fail to increase, remain static, die, or fail, right? Fail. Of course here, you can see it's here flatlined about 3 times already. So plenty of code in straight away, right? Flat line. Across the sticks. Right. So now it's flat, the flat idea, right? Of course, to do with this, flat line on an electrocardiogram, which is that beat 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 machine, right? The heart shows no electrical activities in the brain, shows no electrical activities. See, both these specific cases involving definitions of death, right? So the flat is connected with death, basically, always, right? Gain interest and reach a flat line to be at a lower level and not increase, to stop being popular or successful, and to die. So you can apply that sort of code into the natural people, right? See, they had this flat earth thing, right, aimed at natural people, right? So you can see what we're trying to do, bring it all to an end, all the natural people, right? Get them believe in, hex and all that. That's what I do. Of course, one of the main proponents of this flat earth, right, is Patricia Steer, right? So we're seeing the steer, the stern, or we've seen the stern, and here's the steer, which is the ship's captain. The steer, right? Ship's captain taking you on the destination. The steer, right? As you can see from there, rather a synthetic face. It's got a synthetic look. It's synthetic. There's the rainbow. Synthetic look, right? And the escape in the flat earth. And everything that was beautiful became ugly. And the ugly, right? Now what the ugly is, right? There's the ugly. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Very ugly, like, isn't it? United Grand Dodge. So a lot of code, as we can see, right? When you have the flat, right? The flat becomes the T4, right? Becomes the T4, or the fault, right? So basically you have all these companies like T4, right? T4, they love the 4 idea, right? Which is, one of the major codes basically, if not the biggest one. So you have the T4, right? And the one of T4 in Japan is this one, T4. You know what I mean? The flat, the T4. It's so interesting, right? When you have the fault, of the flat, right? You have the fault. So think of the fault in relation to the scapegoat idea, right? Because when you have the scapegoat, they say it's your fault, right? They're blaming the scapegoat, and they say it's your fault, right? To the scapegoat, right? So it's flat becomes fault. And over there, the code in this, unattractive or unsatisfactory, right? In person's character, right? Responsibility for accident and misfortune, right? And being criticised for inadequacy or mistakes. So basically there's a lot of the scapegoat feature, right, in this flat earth hex. Reading a bit more interesting knowledge read is You fall flat on one's face, right, to feel completely, right, yeah, to feel. So that's, think about how to relate that to the natural people, right, to fall flat on one's face. So the flat earth idea and all this, right? The flat. Also the fall flat, right, the fall flat. You got the Grenfell Tower where you got the fell. And this was a block of flats, wasn't it? Story Grenfell Tower block of flats in North Kensington, West London, with all the Kurds. West London, right? 5 and 4 is 9. So you can see this is a total hex straight off the bat. 7 and 2 is 9. Right? As well as 7 Kurd, it's 9, right? So this was a total hex. Yeah, the Grenfell Towers. Total hex, right? Yes, 7 there, and another 7 there. Pure, total hex. No one hurt whatsoever, like, you know what I mean? 72 deaths. Total hex. Of course, one of the popular coffees nowadays, right, is a flat white. Right? A flat white. It's not a flat black. It's a flat white. So figure that out, right? The old flat whites. Right? This is fairly interesting, right? Is when you get the P and F sounds. Minimal pairs, right? The P and F sounds, right? Become linked. The way you see, like, for example, Pfeiffer, that Michelle Pfeiffer, you'd see a Pfeiffer, you ignore the P, right? Michelle Pfeiffer, right? Of course, F is a 666, right? But you didn't pronounce this P, right? So you just had a Platinum Jubilee thing, right? 70th anniversary, right? Obviously the 7th. So it becomes a Platinum Jubilee, right? A Platinum Jubilee, Platinum, right? Think of it, Platinum, right? So they're at war with naturals, but not that. They're at war with naturals, right? So they want to flatten them, see? Flatten them. Here's where all these codes, right, make perfect sense, right? Flatten, make or become flatter, right, for flatten. Raise, right, like raise to the ground. Of course, the Grenfell Towers idea and all this, right? Demolish, level, tear down, knock down, wipe out, right? Devastate, annihilate. Think of it. Wipe off the face of the earth, says it all. Make them fall down. Prostrate. So think of that. Look what we've got here, right? Yeah. Queen, including flat racing, British Champion Series Hall of Fame. Flat racing, right? The Queen. It's like a bit of flat racing because it's basically the horse trampling on the natural people, right? That's the idea behind it, taken from the old battlefield type of scenarios where the horse would trample down the sort of natural peasant in the field, right? The horse racing. British flat racing, right? Flatten them. Okay? Use the horse as a weapon, like, right? 20-1, 77. So all the Kurds. Three, all the chords. And the triana, the trania. Look at this for a piece of chord, right? The horse should trample the enemy, no matter its velocity, right? The name for a tramp. A tramp, right, is basically a homeless person, a poor, like a poor person, they call it tramp. So basically the origins of this will be a natural person, right? A tramp. So horses should trample the enemy, that's where you get the word tramp from. They get trampled by the horse. And the royal or the aristocrat is riding a horse. So they trample the natural scum who's standing in the road or field or whatever. That's the origins of all these words, right? Trample. Or they're on horseback and a trample doing a natural person standing in the middle of a field or something. That's where you get these words from, see? Flatten them, trample them. See? Of course, the natural couldn't afford any horse, be on foot. But these type of royal people would be on the horses and trample doing the naturals and that, see? That's where you get the origin of all these words. Trample. See here, right, a few of our people have picked up on this Flatten Em Jubilee idea, right? The Flatten Em Jubilee. Not many, like, but a few people have done it. The Flatten Em. The Flatten Em, eh? So that's what this Jubilee BS is all about. Yeah? Another step closer to getting rid of all naturals, right? Another little idea, right? Flat-footed refers to a sole of a horse. When a horse has got a damaged hoof, flat-footed. Again, this idea of trampling people with a horse. Unbelievable, like, isn't it? Trampling over people with a horse. Flat hoof. We see a lot of hex that do with this same idea, right? Yeah, 44 for the Dalits, right? The double Dalit. Like Henry Tudor, two-door, right? 44. Yeah, two Dalits. Yeah, and there you go, and there's the same, 8. 4, 4 and 8. So it's, it's all coded, right? Flattened by his horse. Of course, they've done that same hex in that Emmeline, what was it called? The feminist one, wasn't it? There you go, and they used the same hex in the suffragette Emily Davison, see? Where she was supposed to run out in front of one of the king's horses and get flattened, right? So they love this flattening idea of a horse running over a person and, stampling them to death and that. I love it. You know what I mean? Of course, it was all a hex where Davis is basically a two-faced son. It's a two-faced son, right? Not flattened. Sweet there, Flatten Em Jubilee has to be a bit of a hex in, right? Foot 4 flat, chord 4 flat. Bit of hex, eh? 4 flat.